how you can customize your SAP B1 screen by yourself. Okay, so, okay, let's look at the picture. Okay, have any one of you faced one of the problem before? Okay, so yes, no, okay. So some of them maybe they face this problem, okay. They plan to hide the, okay, the SAP B1 screen that maybe they want to customize their own SAP B1 screen, okay. In SAP B1, actually there are one of the tools, okay, utility called UI configuration template, okay, where we customize our own SAP B1 screen. Okay, so what we do by using the UI configuration template is we can, okay, enable you to adjust the user interface to customize your own UI for all the forms, okay. For example, AI invoice, AP invoice. Is it Encore, right? I close already. Mute or okay, let me mute. Okay. Okay, better now? Okay. So, okay. SAP B1, okay, you can use the UI configuration template to hide, to disable, and move and align all the fields, okay, for AP invoice, your business partner master data screen, item master data screen. Okay, so this is the highlight of today, where we will teach you how to make changes directly in a form. Okay, then how to hide and disable all the UI element using form setting. Okay, then and copy all the setting from one template to another user. Okay, so okay, let's okay. Now we are using the SAP B1. Okay. This is the SAP B1 page 2011, okay, which is the version of November of 2020, okay. So, first step, okay, we go to administration, utilities, and UI configuration template, okay. Okay, so first step, okay, we change the mode to add mode. We change it to add mode, okay. Then, are you able to see my screen? Yes, okay. So, for example, now we plan to create a item master data, okay, Windows, okay, the form for our warehouse user. So for example, I put a meaningful name for example, warehouse template for all my warehouse user. Okay, so I click the add mode, okay. Add mode. Okay, so I have one of the UI configuration called warehouse template, okay. First thing, there is a, okay, you can see there is a tab which is form, assign user, and assign group. Okay, you go to the form tab first. Okay, now here is the listing where is all the form you can customize it. You can customize it. Okay, now I plan to customize my item master data, okay, form for my warehouse user. So I go to select the item master data. Okay, so I press the update first, okay. Then I select the item master data and I change it to edit form UI. Edit form UI. Okay, now this is the screen. This is the screen. If you realize, okay, your item master data, the header here is UI edit mode. UI edit mode. Okay, so what can I do? Okay, first thing, for example, okay, I can hide the field. Okay, for example, if I select the item type, okay, you can see there's a border here. You press it, okay, then I right click, I can hide it. Okay, I can hide the field. Okay, then if I don't want to give access, okay, for my warehouse user to change the URM group, what I can do, I can press the URM group, I can select it, okay, then I change it to disable. So it will become gray out. Okay, we know how to hide, how to disable, how we can drag, okay, our field. Okay, so for example, I can drag the barcode next to the item number. I press it, okay, I press the barcode, okay, I can move it. So if you feel that, okay, the field is not, okay, the column is not aligned, so you can try to, okay, drag it. You can try to drag it. Okay, this is how we can move the field. Okay, we can hide, we can disable. Okay, we can also, okay, for example, if I plan to move my valuation method, okay, move to the header part, what I can do, I can also press the valuation method, okay, and I drag it, okay, drag to the header part. Okay, so let's see the changes. Okay, once I done already, okay, for example, this is the changes that I plan to do. Okay, I can right click and save my UI and save it. Okay, so I close it. Okay, so this is the item master data, the form, okay, that I added just now. Okay, so now I assign to my warehouse user. Okay, for example, my warehouse user is Alex. Okay, so I select Alex. Okay, I select Alex. Then I press update. So now I log into Alex account and see the changes. Okay. Okay, I check the changes. Now, I log into Alex account already. So I go to the inventory item master data. So you will see that, okay, Alex account will have the different UI, the different item master data UI, okay, which I make the changes. Okay, so this is the first step where we how to make changes, okay, in a form, how to make changes in a form. So, and assign to a user, So now, okay, now I go back to, the screen, okay, I make changes. Okay, now, what if, okay, I realize that actually, the valuation method warehouse user is actually is not really important for them. So how can I undo the step? How can I undo my step? Okay. How can I, okay, undo this? Okay, restore the default. Okay. Okay, to be honest, okay, the UI configuration template, okay, there is no undo and redo button. Okay, what I can do, okay, so I can right click and restore default. Okay, you see, the magic. Okay, see the magic? Okay, so this is how we can, okay, the only undo functions for us is restore to the default. Okay, so you can also drag, you can also, like for example, if I drag to here, and I don't know how to use the restore default, okay, the simple way you drag, okay, drag, okay, click first, okay, okay, and drag, okay, my mouse is not functioning, okay. You can actually drag, okay, or you restore the default. You restore the default, okay? So this is how we can, okay, restore the default, okay, to undo all the action, okay? So, okay, now.
Sorry, so there's no way to undo, repeat the last wrong move?
No.
Can I go back?
No. You
can
only restore default, yes.
What if I did 10 steps? Only I found the last step is error, then I cannot go back.
Okay, so the tricky part,
Okay.
Okay, be a consultant, we share to you. For example, I move one of the field. What I can do, I can right click and save it. Instead of you do the 10 step, then you only save it.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. So, okay, we know how to move, okay, do all the changes, assign to user, and restore to default. Okay, another magic here. Okay, so how I can, okay, so how I can disable the UI element using form setting, okay. As we know, if your is, okay, the form setting, once I click the form setting, okay, normally you can see in your current screen, okay, you can only have a table format, row format, and document. But now, okay, for this, okay, the version here, there is one of the extra tab, which is the UI element, okay. Under this UI element, okay, there's split into, okay, you can see that's split into different tab, which is the header part. Header part is all the header part over here. You can, okay, you can hide over here. Okay, you can disable it over here. But of course, no one will disable the item name lah. Okay, I just show the example. Okay, so what if, okay, you realize that, okay, your warehouse user, you only want them to concentrate on some of the tab, okay? For example, I want them to concentrate on purchasing tab, sales data, remarks, okay? But they're not required to take care of the properties tab. I can untick it, and I do want them to take care the planning tab, okay? Then I can untick it, then I press OK. Okay, you can see, so now only left general, purchasing, sales data, inventory, and all this production tab. Okay, so if you realize, okay, the general tab actually is the only tab you are not allowed to unhide it. Okay, which is the general tab. Okay, so now okay, since we already unhide all the properties, okay, all this tab, so I right click and I save it. Okay, so I close it. Okay, so now I go back to Alex account. Let me refresh. Okay, so I go to inventory. item master data. Okay, you can see the screen, the properties tab, all this is hide already. Okay, it's hide already. So this is how we can hide and disable UI element using form setting. Okay, so another magic. Okay, we find it quite useful. Okay, now I go back to the screen. Okay, my UI edit screen. So I press edit form UI. Okay, so some of them, okay, they have UDF for their item master data screen. Okay, so I can press, okay, user defined field. Okay, press user defined field. Okay, so this is all my user defined field. Okay, what if, okay, you see there is one of the problem where some of the user face it. Okay, UDF screen is annoying. So what I can do, instead of every time the UDF screens places there, so, okay, what I can do, I can right click my screen, I can add a tab. So I press okay, I key in UDF. I press, okay, just give a meaningful name. Okay, you can see I can add a tab, okay, for the user. Okay, then I can drag the UDF, okay, to the actual screen, I can drag all of them, okay, to the actual screen. Okay, so if now, for example, I only have 4 UDF, what if you have more than 10 and you drag it one by one and you want to change the alignment one by one? It's not really efficient. Okay, so what I can do, I can press the control, my keyboard control. I can select all. And right click. I can align to left, which you can see the alignment of them. Okay, system will help you to, okay, do the alignment. Okay, you can align to right side. Okay, then, okay, do all the alignment. Okay, so now we go and check the changes. Okay, so I save it. Okay, now I go to Alex account. So let's check it out. We go to the inventory, item master data. Okay, you can see there's an extra tab, okay, the UDF where we have created just now for the user. Okay, for the user. So now we know how to, okay, create new tab. What if I want to remove the tab and rename the tab? Okay, so if I don't like the wording of UDF, so what I can do, I can go back to my screen. I change the edit from UI. Okay. Let me try. Okay. For example, okay, if I click one of the system, the default tab, I try to rename tab. Okay, there is an error here. System will show, okay, mention that you cannot rename the system tab. Okay, so before we mention the tab, okay, so maybe some of you will confuse what is tab actually. Okay, in SAP term, all these general purchasing data, sales data, we call it tab. So all this is system tab, but the only tab is not the system tab, is UDF where I created just now. So if I try to rename it, I change to user define. Okay, now take note of the UDF. Let's see the changes. Press OK. Okay, ta-ta. This is we change it to the wording, our own wording, which we can make the changes. Okay, same goes to the remove tab. You are not able to remove system tab. You are only allowed to, okay, remove the tab that we have created. Okay, so now, okay, maybe some of them they find, okay, I want to remove this tab. Okay. Okay, so what I can do, okay, if I try to remove tab, okay, system will prompt me a message, mention that, okay, if you want to remove the UDF tab, all these fields should go back to the UDF screen. We only can remove it, okay? We can restore to default, all this will restore to default. Now we try again. We try to, okay, remove the tab. Okay, because I already assigned to user, then the system also will prompt me the message. So you need to, okay, unassign first, then you can only make the changes for all the extra tab. Okay, so this is okay, we know how to create the tab, remove tab, and rename the tab. Okay, now another okay function in the, okay, let me drag all this first. Okay, I'll show you the difference. Okay, now, okay, if this, okay, warehouse template only apply for all your warehouse user. What if I have another group of user, okay, I want to assign a slightly different item master data, okay, template for them. What I can do, instead of I do the whole things again, okay, I can first create, for example, I have another group, for example, supply chain. Okay, so I add first. Okay, what I can do, I can copy the warehouse template, the warehouse user, the item master data template where I assign to warehouse user. I can copy to my supply chain user also. I can press OK. Then you can see my item master data is here. Okay, so I can make a slightly changes. Okay, for example, okay, this is the, okay, template for my warehouse user. Now, if I plan, okay, for example, my supply chain user, okay, I can, for example, I want to, okay, I want to disable their attachment tab. Okay, I can disable, okay, attachment tab and the production data tab also. So they only left general tab, purchasing, all this tab. So I can save it. So now, okay, I can assign, instead of assign to a user, I have another, okay, function where we can assign to a group, okay. So before we assign to a group, let me show you, okay. Can go to your administration, okay, set up general user group. Okay, we have a supply chain group. We assign to these two users, for example, Elisa and Kate. Okay, so you can close it. So now I go back to my UI configuration template. Okay. Okay. This is the supply chain template, okay, the item master data template, okay. We can assign to group, Okay, now I assign to supply chain group. Okay, I press update. Press update. Okay, so now I try to log in to one of the user. Okay, try to log into Elisa account. Okay, let's see the changes. Let's see the changes. We can go to the inventory, item master data. Okay, you can see the attachment tab and the production tab. Okay, it's no longer there for supply chain user. Okay, for supply chain user. So this is how we can copy our UI template to another user and assign to a user group instead of assign to one user by one user. Okay. So so before we assign to a user group, okay, of course you need to define the user group first, okay, before you do the setting. Okay, I think the user group will cover on our next we have a section for the user group also. Okay, upcoming section. Okay, so now come to the last part. Okay, how we can delete and withdraw a UI template. So for example, I already assign the warehouse user that have their own item master data, supply chain user that have own item master data tab also. So if I want to remove it from the system, okay, so I can right click and delete the row. Right click and delete the row. Okay, system will prompt you a message. Okay, they tell you that this action is not irreversible. So they ask you, do you want to continue? Okay, so when I remove it, okay, so warehouse user will use back to the default layout. Okay, use back to the default layout. Okay, let's check it out first. Okay, so this is the warehouse. This is the template. Okay, with user defined field which has assigned to warehouse user ID. So now what if I remove it? Press yes. Okay, so I go back to check the Alex account, see what is the changes. Okay, now I log into Alex account already. I go to view the item master data. So you see, just now I move all the barcode, I disable all the UOM group, all this, the UDF field is all come back to the default screen already. Okay, so this is our last sections. Okay, the deleting and withdraw UI template. Okay, so now we open for Q&A section. Okay, we open for Q&A section. So any question before we end our section? Okay. Hold on, let me unmute. Okay. Why I cannot unmute? Hold on. I cannot unmute.
Yeah.
No, hold on. Why I cannot unmute? No, you can unmute.
Oh, I unmute myself.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So is this feature available in all version?
No, it's only apply, I think, starting from 9.1, version 9.1.
What happened to the older version, 8.82? I think some user maybe they are asking this question.
Propose to upgrade.
Oh, I see.
It's good.
Okay. Right.
Okay.
So I have another question. Let's say I have let's say I have 4 companies. If I do a customized UI to one company, can I just replicate to other company?
Yes, yes, of course. There is another section which is the you can copy the company UI to another UI.
Oh, okay. Is this just a simple step?
Not really. Not really.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay.
Any other question?
Any form that is not editable?
I can say 98% is able to edit. 98%. I still haven't found any.
That 2% interests me. That 2% interests me.
I still haven't found out any form that you are not able to make changes.
Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. Okay.
Can UDF put in system tab Chinese question?
The floor, they tend to be very quiet.
Can we add UDF into header? Yes, of course.
Hey, hi. Miss Yap.
Yes, hi Siti.
Hey, I'm not Siti.
Eh?
Yeah.
Haja, okay. Okay, sorry.
Is this apply for our business?
Apply to your business? You mean your version or?
Yeah. No. Yes. Version and the business module. I mean our business lah.
Okay, so the version, actually the UI configuration is start from 9.1. I think your version is 9 or 9.1, right? This one we can check for you. And the business actually is based on your own requirement, whether you want to apply your UI for certain user. Maybe some of them, your staff, you don't want them to see some of the field, some of the screen, you don't want them to edit it. Okay, so you can hide it, disable it.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, any other question? Last call.
Yo, last call, so fast last call already. We are a bit shy, so yeah. Any question from the floor?
Okay, of course, if you don't have any question, but after that you should go and try it out. You find some of the issue or question, you can just call us. Come again?
Miss Yap, I'm Tony. Miss Yap, I was asking the question is, when we doing these UI changes, is it need everyone to log out or we can do it anytime?
You can do it anytime.
Okay, we can do it anytime. Okay, that's my question. Thank you.
Okay. Any other questions?
Can we change the color of the field, or change the color, or can I change the color?
Change the color. Actually, the color is in the general setting. You can just apply your whole UI, but not for certain column or certain field. Change the color.
Okay. I mean, some certain field maybe I see as a mandatory field that user must enter something like it's a mandatory field. Can I change the color to red, orange, or any color?
This one I need to check it out.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So don't let Miss Yap to go too soon. So any question, please.
Go ahead. Okay. can have the record of this section. This one, I think of course we can send to you because Mr. Lai will do the post. We post the video, right?
We will do a screening first whether specific name, company name is already recorded. So we need to do the screening. So I don't want to leak those if privacy thing is a privacy thing. Who is asking the video?
Siti.
Oh, okay.
He asked whether can have the record of the section later. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. We do a screening first. We do the screening first. Okay.
Miss Yap, Chai here. I would like to ask, would you have a session for how to create a UDF?
Have a section? Yeah, of course. I think next 2 weeks, Mr. Wong will handle this. Is it?
Oh,
Yes.
okay. Okay, thanks.
Mr. Lai, teach already, haven't?
UDF. I think this is a session for this. I think there is, but I don't know. I think the date is not fixed yet, not set yet. Yeah.
You know.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Okay. So before we end this session, so this we do a marketing a bit for the next week. So next week we have a session for the formula search. Okay, how to do the calculation in system, so that with this formula search you can do a rocket science calculation, or this very complicated equation, so you can put it into the system. So how you want the system to do the calculation for you. So join our next session next week. Okay, same thing, about same time. So we will see you again. So the next topic is formula search. Formula search.
It's a very quite interesting topic.
Yeah. It's just what do you do?
Okay. So see you. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Bye-bye.